Hi all, and welcome to Night Rips. So for today's opening, we are going to have another opening of a 1991 Topps Stadium Club Series 1. So between videos, I have actually done a little bit more research and I actually collated my cards. But I did find out that in the Series 1, it's the first 300 cards. Now, I did not go and look to see who's in that first 300 other than the ones that we've already seen, simply because I would rather leave that as a surprise. You know, make it just like if we had just bought these at the store, paying the $2 or whatever the going rate for these cards were, and hadn't got a checklist yet. So let's go ahead and start cracking these open and see if we can run into any surprises. Again, there's no inserts in this. This is all 100% base. The members only cards, you actually had to join the Stadium Club member, or their membership, which cost you like $29-30 to join. And in these, we'll find one of two cards. We'll find, well, what we found in this first one was actually the bars, which is explaining how to calculate the batting average and understand what the back of the cards mean. So it's pretty standard. Now you could also buy the entire, batting average for all the players if you wanted, which come to either $22 if you weren't a Stadium Club member, or $13 if you were. So let's go ahead and look at this. So we got Dave Winfield. We got Shane Mack with that bizarre back. I'm still really curious what that was. We've got some stickiness in the cards, which makes sense because these are photo paper. And Charlie Hayes. I think we pulled Charlie Hayes the last video. I don't remember. Oh, we have Dave Johnson. And good news is that they're not sticking to the point where it's messing up the cards. So, if you do ever decide to purchase this, and you can still find this on eBay or other auctions, don't fret when you hear that little bit of a rip. It sounds like that's just because of the fact that it is. When you start dealing with this kind of paper, a lot of the cards would do that. Pinnacle had the problem. They didn't really have any problem with Fleer or Donruss, at least not that I remember. Making sure we not getting cards stuck together. And I showed you the bar at the very beginning of this video. This is actually what it looks like on the back, and I do like this back where they actually show that, like, Steve Setzer was actually in the 1987 Topps traded, and this was actually what his rookie card looked like. And of course the bar system is this right here, which is actually the batting average based on where it was on the, inside, outside, up, down, center. Not heavy stats like what was in other Topps products, but a very interesting stat. One that actually now, when you watch, either you look at like the MLB app or the game day thing, or on TV, they start showing heat maps. It's that kind of view. So, predecessor to what we see today. There's Kurt Stillwell. Okay, so nobody super crazy out of that set. One of the things I'm looking for, because a lot of the reprints in the Topps Stadium Club 2021, this year's edition, was from this 1991. Since this is the 30th anniversary, and it's the 70th anniversary of Topps in baseball, but it's the 30th anniversary of Stadium Club. So let's go ahead and open this up. Try to rip the pack so I don't mess up corners, because these cards are still in very, very good condition. Yeah, depending on what it is, I actually might get some of these graded. Maybe. And of course, this is, I mentioned before, the Stadium Club membership. This is actually the limited time offer Stadium Club membership for $19.91. And what was cool is that this was a way you could actually get special cards, the members only card, which is now, if I've pulled a few of the members only this year. They're actually case hits, but in this one you'd actually pay, what was that, something like $30, and you could be basically a member, which is an interesting way of doing it. Luis Rivera. There's Lonnie Smith. Recognize him as a Braves fan. And some of these are, it looks like there's a pretty standard collation on these, because I am recognizing a lot of these. We have pulled some of these before, but that's okay. That was always the problem with when you bought, retail boxes, because that's actually, whenever I was growing up, my family knew a distributor, and we could get the retail boxes, and you ended up getting a lot of repeats when you did that. Of course, back then, if I had repeats, that's when you start putting your cards in the spokes of your bicycle, so you can make that whirring sound that everybody liked back in the day. There's that Kevin Setzer again. Seen him just a little while ago. Mike Marshall, and one more, Rafael Ramirez. Another Brave before he went to the Astros. So none of the cards from the repeat set of this year's Stadium Club. Let's see what we get in the next pack. And don't get me wrong, I do want to get the entire set, so as long as we're making forward progress on that, that's a good thing. I think in the first, I've opened 8 packs so far, not counting this one, and I found 75 or so of the first 300. So it's a good start. It'll probably also mean that I'll have to get more than one retail box of this. So we'll just have to see how it goes. It's another one of the Bars cards. There's Scott Brantley. And Rick Aguilera. I'm not going to read all the names, but it gives me something to do as I'm trying to pull cards apart. All right, I've seen this one before, and I do like this one. This one's actually kind of funny. Something that you've probably not seen very often in baseball cards. I mean, there's some of the newer ones that you would. I know Mariano Rivera's rookie card is him in like a polo and nice pants, but this was something that Topps did new, where they actually put people in not quite an action shot, more of a leisure shot. So this one's funny. Eric Show playing his guitar. Okay. Just never know what you're going to find in some of these. Sometimes there'll be an action shot, but sometimes they'll just be chilling out on a hammock playing my guitar. Oh, that's a nice action shot with his mask actually flying off. That's pretty cool. You can definitely see as he's sliding in. I guess you can almost make out the ball's in his mitt. So, again, that's one of the reasons I like Stadium Club. Oh, here we go. Of course, it's not him as the triplet, but this is before he came to the Braves, Greg Maddox. And we got a Jose Canseco. So we got some nice ones. If I remember, I don't know. Jose Canseco is actually not in Stadium Club this year. I was trying to remember if he was one of the reprints, but he wasn't. But this was a good pack. A lot of cards I haven't seen before. That Eric show, that's classic. Oh, here's Steve Sachs. Very nice. Actually, let me go ahead, pull that one out. I mean, I'll mix them back up. There's nothing that I'm going to really be calling out as being like the must-haves. Got to sleeve it and top load it and all that type of stuff. But that one's a good one to add. Try to pull it to make for the video. And these are definitely not wax packs. These are a little bit harder to get open. So Topps did figure that one out. All right, and so it looks like we got another one of the join the club. All right, who we got? So last pack, Terry Kennedy. That's Alex Fernandez. And Tomlin. Definitely, some of these I remember, some of them I don't. Oh, but we can't forget Mr. Fernando Valenzuela. He definitely towards the end of his career. But the funny thing, and the reason I want to pull this back is this. So Fernando Valenzuela's rookie card was from 1981 Topps. I actually have this card. I pulled it whenever I was a boy. So that's always cool to see that, because they do show what was the Topps card, their first rookie card. And so in this case, it was Fernando Valenzuela. Of course, catcher right next to him was another one that was around for quite a while. So very good one. Oh, and here's a good card. Again, not really a baseball looking card, but it's Oral Hershiser. Looking all... looks almost like a Christmas photo, actually. Very, very unique to this set. And I do like that they started doing that kind of thing. So I'll put him to the side because those are cool cards to look at. Especially a great like Oral Hershiser. There's Sandy Alamar. And looks like we might have a little bit of damage on the card. I can't tell. Not from sticking, I think, but yeah, Tom Gordon, and the last card we have is Harold Reynolds with definitely a very interesting look, getting chased, playing a nice little game of pickle, hat flying off, concerned look on his face. So that's a cool photo. So that's it for 4 more packs of 1991 Series 1 Stadium Club. Obviously, we got some interesting not baseball cards with Eric Show and Oral Hershiser. And again, these are the things that I do like about this set, because it became very standard. You're holding the bat, you're throwing the ball, you might be catching, and that's about it. They wanted to get something a little bit different with this, and so it's one of the reasons why I appreciate this whole set. So I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I did. And make sure you go ahead and subscribe, since I will be opening more, trying to open more from all the years, just because one of my grail items is to capture or to collect a full base set of all 30 years of Stadium Club. That's going to take some time, and my hope is I'm going to video it all as I can. Of course, I do sometimes pull loose stuff, and I won't, when you're pulling loose stuff, I'm not going to show that because you're just basically collating cards at that point. But any of these packs, I'm going to definitely record and post. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell so you know when I put another video up. And if you have any comments, if you like what you got, or if you actually know where to find some Topps Stadium Club, I would love for you to put any of those comments in the comment section below, because some of this is not going to be easy to find. But as always, I do appreciate you taking the time to go back in time 30 years and look at cards that's been sitting in his packs for, again, 30 years. And they've looked as fresh as, I guess, when they were printed. Appreciate you watching, and until next time, bye now.